Korean authorities have arrested the country's impeached president. It was a dramatic operation involving around 1,000 officers, as you see in these scenes. Some even scaled barriers and cut through barbed wire to reach the presidential residence. Yeol surrendered, he says, to cooperate with investigators and to prevent bloodshed. He's being held now at the offices of the country's anti-corruption agency. Let's bring in Frank Smith, who's covering the story, and he's in Seoul this morning. This is a historic moment, the first time a sitting leader of that country has been taken into custody in this way. So, Frank, good morning. Tell us about what happened and where he is now and the conditions in which he's being detained.
Well, as you mentioned, the Corruption Investigation Office came to his residence with more than 1,000 police officers to break through first a human barrier of about 20 of the lawmakers of President Yoon's Conservative People Power Party. Then they got through barricades of barbed wire and buses that had been used to block access to his residence, even scaled ladders to get inside before negotiating with the president for his surrender to move to Gwacheon, 12 kilometers south, where the Corruption Investigation Office is questioning the president. They have some 200 questions that they're trying to put to him, but he's not offering them any answers. What he has done is posted some letters that he wrote there to social media saying that declaring martial law was not a crime and then the country was in a national crisis. They can hold him. The Corruption Investigation Office can hold him for 48 hours, and they might renew that to try to keep him detained for 20 days while they try to get the truth or what really happened out of President Yoon there. Heather?
And Frank, there are some breaking reports of a death occurring near where President Yoon is being held. Do you have any information about that?
Well, what we know at this time is an unidentified individual has set themselves on fire outside the Corruption Investigation Office, and that person has reportedly died of their injuries. I think this really demonstrates the strength of this fissure in South Korea, this ideological division inside the country. You're going to see demonstrations like this moving forward. When President Yoon's impeachment vote took place at the National Assembly on December 14th, there were more than 1 million people surrounding the National Assembly. Throughout that process from last December 3rd and his declaration of martial law, we've seen large-scale demonstrations. I spoke to a couple of Yoon supporters outside his residence following his arrest, and they were angry. They said that they're going to continue to demonstrate, including this Saturday, where large demonstrations will take place in the downtown capital as the impeachment trial against President Yoon moves forward. That constitutional court has 5 months to determine whether they'll uphold the National Assembly's impeachment and remove him from office or reinstate him. And if they remove him, within 2 months, there'll be a snap presidential election in South Korea. Heather?
Frank, very interesting times, and thank you for updating us on the breaking developments this morning.